and I'm not even being ironic there. I think it probably is a lesser known game, because this is a Famicom only game. But it's a really good platformer. I think I can just get started right into this. So Ninja Block game number 2, Moon Crystal. I'll count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so I'm a little bit rusty on this. I've practiced it a decent amount in the past few days. I actually didn't even have access to my NES, but I was doing pretty well earlier, so let's see how this goes. You can see like it's pretty smooth. It's came out pretty late in the Famicom life cycle. Oops. Yeah. Okay. The animation is really nice. The music is nice. I got some boots back there, which gives me double jump. So basically, the goal in the game is to get double jump, and then the rest of the stage is much easier. So you can see me kill the boss pretty quickly here, and you also saw me take damage in that stage. That was actually intentional. So if you end the stage with 1 life, you do critical damage against the boss's head. So basically 3 damage instead of 1 whenever you slash him. So you'll see me take intentional damage throughout the stages for that reason. This stage is one exception to the good music. I'm not sure what happened here. If you listen, it sounds like the track just isn't finished. Right about here. I don't really know what's going on there. And then it repeats. Anyways, stage 2 is probably the easiest. The last boss is a little bit tricky. So I'm going to get the double jump boots right up here. As I mentioned, you only need to 1 health for the boss fights, which makes them a little bit scary. That's definitely the scariest part of this game. Thankfully, they're all pretty consistent. I have to focus here though. This is a little bit tricky here. Okay, got it. Also, I'm going to die early here. If you die when the explosions are all faded, you'll just transition to the next screen. Otherwise, I'd have to wait for a little bit. Oops. Okay, here's a tricky jump. Got it. So this stage, there are these gates that I have to open. So I'm going to step on this switch, and I'll open these gates up here. There's 2 of these switches, so normally that gate would be closed there. I'm going to get the boots here. This game is also pretty laggy. You can see it there. The skeletons are laggy, and so are those platforms. You can actually reduce lag by jumping and slashing, so a lot of times you see me do that like for no reason. Most of the time it's actually because I'm trying to reduce lag. That switch back there is really tight. If you mess up a little bit, you'll miss it. I need to take 1 extra damage. Oh, there we go. So usually I have damage planned out. Oftentimes I just take damage during this stage. Oops. So the jumps are a little bit goofy. That's okay, there's backup boosts here. The jumps on those platforms, I mean, because they move, so like your inputs get eaten sometimes. Oops. Okay, that's fine. I'll take this a little bit safe. And the boss is coming up here. Take 1 more damage. Alright, killed him. So one thing about this game, there are these weird animations, like you can see me turning around there, but you can skip them just by jumping. So this is Jor's favorite stage, my favorite stage. Everyone get your pirate faces out in chat. It also has the best music, I think. Oops. Okay, but yeah, the turnaround animations, like casually, it's a little bit annoying, but with the speedrun you can see most of the time I know where I'm gonna need to turn around and I can jump accordingly. Take damage here, take damage in 2 screens, and then we have the boss. So this boss is really easy, but he's one of my least favorites because if you mess up a little bit, you're dead. Okay, I got him. If you don't kill him in that time frame, like, it's impossible to kill him. He just goes nuts on you. Alright, this is probably the hardest stage. There's a lot of random things you can't really do much about, like those boulders. They either spawn randomly left or right. These steam vents are on a global timer, so I don't actually know when they're gonna happen, at least when the stage begins. This is a tricky jump. Okay, I got it. If that boulder goes left, I take damage there. I can't do anything about it. Alright, so the stage is going pretty well so far. Take this a little bit slow. You can do that quicker, but it doesn't save much time and it's really risky. So we're almost done with this stage. You don't get the boots for a really long time here, but the stage is really designed so you don't need it, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna have to take an extra point of damage. The stage went really well. Let's take it here, I guess. Alright, and we got this boss, which is like the Thing, who's like a basketball player. Whoops. Alright, so I guess you'll have to wait to see what I'm talking about. I missed a jump there. That jump is kind of tricky. Alright, we got it. Alright. Okay, that was really close. Alright, there's this frame perfect trick here. Let me see if I can get it. Nope. Alright, if you try to jump the frame before you land, you'll jump off the air. And if I do that, then I can take damage and end the stage early, like I did in a couple of the stages, like I mentioned. Okay, this is the last stage, but it's broken up into 2 sections. So this is 6A, 6B will be after I kill one boss. I should have taken an intentional death. That's okay. An extra health there, so I can boost through this a whole bunch. Okay, I'm gonna take damage here, and then we have second to last boss. Alright, so last part of stage 6, and then the final boss. This is a pretty tricky section. There's a skip I'm gonna do here. There, I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. Alright, and that is a very subtle jump. It's actually not very easy. Okay. Those platforms are a little bit misleading. That's okay. Doesn't lose much time. Alright, so I have to get this health here, unfortunately. Alright, and I'm back to where I was. Let's do this again. Okay, there's that jump I was talking about, which is much harder than it looks. And some kind of weird bugginess in this game. Oh. Alright, what am I gonna do here? Let me think. I think I'm just gonna have to take a death on this next screen because I need that health. Let me see if I can do it without, but this is a hard screen to do without. Okay, never mind. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, I didn't think you could make that. That's okay. You respawn right here. This stage is pretty tricky. Thankfully the deaths aren't that costly. There's one more skip here. Alright, so I got up there. And jumping here to reduce lag. So the last boss is coming up and then there's an escape. I'm gonna have to focus on this. Okay, should be good. Alright. So I'm gonna die here, skip the screen, or the wait time, and then we're escaping. So if you want to see how well the escape goes, the time left should be like, whoops. Time left should be like 20 seconds, I think, on the clock. Okay, so yeah, that's probably the hardest jump there, to make that without falling. You can do it. This is just stage 6 in reverse. So if you remember how stage 6 went, the escape isn't too bad. I'm gonna take this safe. You can go a little bit faster with boosting and stuff, but that's okay. Oh, I took a damage. Gotta remember just to walk off here, 'cause if you jump, you hit those spikes. Oh, a little bit buggy. Okay, so there's the last set of spikes, and then it's over with. Alright, so once I transition here, it's time. And time. And that's Moon Crystal. So a little bit sloppy, but those deaths, like, I don't know, it's hard to this game is a little bit weird. I haven't played it enough. I don't know if some of that stuff is just bugginess or me not being used to it, but yeah, like some of those platforms I missed, I feel like I should have landed on. But that's okay. That run was pretty good. And this is a fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Thanks again for running this marathon. Arcus is going to be next with Ninja Gaiden 1, and then I will do Ninja Gaiden 2. So, see you all soon.